Hi, I'm Delegate Patrick Hope, and welcome to Week 5 of your legislative update from the Virginia General Assembly. This has been another busy week here at Capitol Square, and we're now approaching our midway point, what we call crossover. That's the point where all the bills that pass the House go over to the Senate for consideration, and all the Senate bills that passed over there will come over here for the House to consider. But up to date, up so far, we've dealt with a lot of different bills here in the Virginia General Assembly, and there's many of them that I'm very concerned about. There's turning the clock back for Virginia. For one thing, some of these extreme bills that we've been dealing with are going to end up putting our kids' education at risk. Our budget that we're looking at, it looks to cut pre-K and K through 12 significantly over the next biennium. We're also dealing with bills that restrict a woman's access to health care. We're going to make it harder for Virginians to vote, particularly poor minority Virginians to vote. We're passing bills that treat poor people and immigrant families as second-class citizens. We're putting more and more bills in and passing them that increase corporate tax giveaways to big corporations when they really, the data show they really aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing in terms of job creation. We're passing bills that eliminate worker protections. And I really am concerned about some of this agenda that's being put on Virginians. When Virginians went to the polls in November, we wanted to talk about changing Virginia, taking it to a new direction. We need to start talking about issues that real Virginians care about, like putting more money into education, increasing class size, making sure that we have a high quality education for our kids, talking about transportation, solving it once and for all with a permanent funding stream. Studies show that we're at least $1 billion a year behind in funding transportation, and we need to solve that problem right away. We need to start talking about our environment, protecting our clean air and clean water, and start investing in renewables that can all lead to jobs. And also we need to start investing in healthcare. Instead, we're talking about cutting free clinics and cutting our safety net. We need to start talking about things that really improve this economy. And one thing that we're not talking about, and maybe most importantly where we should be, is job creation. This needs to be about creating more jobs. Now, we've seen national data lately that shows that the policies that are coming out of Washington and President Obama's administration are now starting to take hold, and they're starting to work. But the levels of unemployment across the country and Virginia are at unsustainable levels. We need to keep focused on this like a laser beam to do more and start talking about job creation, and we're not doing it. We Democrats believe that it's time to put partisanship and ideology aside to work towards real solutions that grow our economy, repair Virginia's crumbling infrastructure, and invest in a world-class education for our children so that they can compete in a global economy. It's time to invest in a Virginia that works for everyone. We should be supporting Virginians who work for a living, not taking away their rights. It's not right for politicians to attack struggling working families. It's time we put Virginia leaders to put Virginia's families first. Well, that concludes this week's update for the Virginia General Assembly. Again, as we approach the halfway point, if you need to monitor my bills or to look at it for additional information or how to contact me, please go to my website at www.hopeforvirginia.org. Again, I'm Delegate Patrick Hope, and thanks for listening. I'll see you next week.